Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're back here down at the corner with your Almond Delights. And this week, we will begin our read of The Kingdom by yours truly, Mr. McShakie. You guys go over to Amazon.com and download your books today or purchase the paperback, whichever one you decide. But go over also to his YouTube channel, McShakie Live, and subscribe. You guys check the description box below for all of the links that you will need to download your book as well as to subscribe to his channel. Also go over to Instagram.com and follow him there. Y'all, we about to start reading. Let's see what it's gonna be about. Get your mugs and sip slow. We over here reading, y'all. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Almond Delights Reading Corner. I am your girl, Miss Almond Brown 09, and we are back, honey, for another read of The Kingdom, honey, by yours truly, Mr. McShakie. I hope you guys have had a wonderful day, a wonderful weekend, a wonderful evening, whatever it is. I hope for those of you that this is the end of your weekend or the beginning. I hope you had a good time. Like I always tell you guys, disclaimer, honey, heavy on the cussing and other things that may go on in this book. But I'm going to give you every piece of essence of this book, honey. So I hope you guys enjoy. I hope those of you that do have the book are reading along with us and not reading ahead. Okay. So to talk about what happened, some of what happened last week, well, just the end of it, honey, because we know Caleb, whoever Caleb is, we don't know who he is yet, but we do know that he got too much information on the kingdom. Honey and the sister, she's so drunk, she don't know what's going on. She mad still because she ain't got no part of the inheritance. Her brother done fired her and everything else. So we'll see what Athena gonna be talking about tonight or the family. So I hope you guys have your mugs, your drinks, your snacks, whatever it is, and you guys are gonna sip slow. We on chapter 7 now. So chapter 7. $50 million, screamed Artemis. Are you fucking loco? Eddie had awakened her and told her his plan and what he wanted in order to help her get her inheritance. Even though her sex was good, he offered her a way out. She thought she was doing she thought she was going to just fuck her way up out of $100 million. Eddie, however, was not hearing it. Artemis, I would be crazier than you if I allowed you to use me like that. The second you got your money, you forget who I was, said Eddie. No, I wouldn't, Artemis lied. Eddie looked at her unamused. Eddie, come on. Artemis, I wasn't born yesterday, he stated as he adjusted his glasses. Eddie, what do I have to do? I need your help. Whatever it is, just say the word. I just said, you have to pay. Okay, I respect that. A couple grand for the paperwork I need is fair. $50 million is a lot fairer, he retorted. You are crazy. I ain't giving you $1 million for no forged documents, let alone half of my inheritance, Artemis said, twisting her neck. What the hell have you been smoking? Meth? I have been smoking the same thing you have if you think for 1 minute your highly educated, top of your class at Princeton graduated sister is going to believe you graduated college in a month. I, on the other hand, have a comprehensive plan. Artemis stared at him inquisitively. I'm listening. I will enroll you in DeGaldo's Applied Sciences program. I will place your attendance and grades in the system myself. You will receive reports and transcripts every semester as if you were truly attending classes. This would make everything easily verifiable. Artemis loved the plan so far. Continue, she said, faking agitation. After 9 or so months, you will have accumulated enough credits to earn your associate degree. As I understand it, that will give you exactly what you need to meet the stipulations of your inheritance. Additionally, you will have a legal degree, and and with an actual degree, you can't be denied your money. Artemis was elated. Eddie's plan seemed foolproof. She figured it could work like a dream. Also, he knew she couldn't pay it until it was over and had a degree issued. Eddie obviously knew she did not have access to the money up front, and Artemis figured that she would just be patient and wait the years, and when she got her degree, she would just say a huge fuck Eddie. He didn't think he would rat her out at that point because if he would rat, he would be in way more trouble than her. Not only would he get the money, it would surely lose his job and possibly get arrested. She loved that thought. I like it. 50 million is a small price to pay for a guaranteed 90. We have a deal, she said, picking up her purse. See you in 9 months. Not so fast, Artie. So you don't think you can stiff me as a sign of good faith? The 10 grand you are allowed every month. I want that toward my fee. Every month you can drop that off here and then pay the rest when you get your inheritance. So what am I supposed to live off of for 9 months? She retorted. That isn't my problem. You may want to think about getting a job, but I really don't think you have any other choice. What do you want to do? What are you going to do? Go to school for real? Eddie began to laugh. Eddie was right, and Artemis hated the fact that the Geek Squad was a step ahead of her. She never knew that Eddie had this malicious side to him. You are a foul puta madre, she said, opening the door. I hate you. Artemis really hated the situation, but it seemed like the only way to get her money. So, is that a no? Yelled Eddie before she walked out. Oh, it's a yes, all right. I'll bring you your first payment right now. I'm going to get it from the bank, she said, slamming the door. She was mad with herself. Here she was, a member of the most powerful family in New Orleans, and was allowing the revenge of the nerds to blackmail her. The next day, Janelle was at work getting grilled by her best friend about her meeting with Apollo Robinson. They were at Janelle's desk and chatting away inside her office. No, Tasha, he kept it strictly professional, said Janelle. Besides, our meeting only lasted about 40 minutes, which is 21 minutes and 16 seconds longer than anyone else got with him, Tasha explained. But I ain't counting nothing. Janelle laughed. The loan origination department is an important one for the bank. The bank doesn't make money unless it loans it. Your dry kitty is an important department. Tasha laughed. Janelle cracked up. They loved each other and expected good natured ribbing for the other. I have to admit, began Janelle, I wouldn't mind seeing him outside of work. I mean, the brother is all that. All that? The bag of chips? And the dip, Tasha added. Why don't you go on and ask him out? He's a single man, and besides your vibrator, you're a single woman. I would like to, but I just don't have the nerve. Oh my God, Janelle, you are so square. Girl, ask the man out. The worst thing that could happen is he says no. Then I would be embarrassed. I can't face him again if he said no. I'm sorry, but rejection hurts. I agree. That is why I want you to approve the Smith's loan request, said Apollo, stepping into the office and handing Janelle a folder. He smiled and nodded at Tasha. Good morning, Tasha. Mr. Robinson, I was just heading back to my station, said Tasha as she got up and walked out of the office. Apollo simply grinned. Apollo was a laid back boss. He didn't mind the ladies participating in the little girl talk as long as their work wasn't neglected. They would be happy with that. They were worried that their credit scores wouldn't qualify them for a small business loan, said Janelle as she looked over the Smith application. Their scores weren't high enough, but I'll sign off overriding the requirement. I set them up with the SBA guarantee that they didn't know that they qualified for, said Apollo. That's very admirable, Janelle said, smiling. I believe it is important for us to help our people when it comes to home and small business ownership. Those two things are key words toward the advancement of our economic independence and overall opulence. Don't you agree? Janelle was through. She felt the sincerity in his statement. His words were so deep, she wanted to have the man's children. Apollo, I know an excellent little French coffee house with a scenic view of historic downtown New Orleans. Would you like to go out for a drink after work? Janelle asked, placing all her reservations and shyness to the side. Artemis was at the ATM trying to withdraw money. She tried several times, but the machine kept saying that her account was invalid. Usually she would call her dad, but since he was unavailable, she called Athena. She had to get her card working because she needed to pay Eddie. What is it, Artemis? I'm terribly busy, answered Athena. Artemis could hear her papers rustling in the background. Athena, my card won't work, and I need to get some cash, cried Artemis. If you would have paid just a little attention at will reading, you would have known that your trust fund transferred to my name. And because of that, the bank signed it a new account number. Okay, so make my card work, said Artemis, only half listening to Athena. Artemis, you need a new card. Okay, so give me a new card. Athena sighed. All you have to do is go to the bank and they will issue you a new card right on the spot. Bring your ID and they will activate it for you. Any chance I can get a raise on my $10,000 limit? No chance in hell. That's the one thing I agree with Father on. You do need to do something with your life, Artemis. I'm going to be a reality TV star like Portia Williams. I don't need an education for that, Artemis said seriously. Goodbye, Artemis, Athena said as she hung up the phone. Artemis thought about why people never seemed to take her seriously as she drove her Maserati over to the nearest bank branch that the Keys banked with. Once she entered, she immediately noticed it wasn't busy. Good, she said to herself. She hoped to be in and out very quickly. She walked up to the first available teller. Hi, Tasha, said Artemis, reading Tasha's name tag. I need a new debit card. Artemis placed her old card and her driver's license on the counter. No problem, ma'am. Let me pull up your account, Tasha said as she punched numbers into her computer terminal. Oh, ma'am. Tasha noticed all the zeros in Artemis's account balance. You are a preferred account holder, and your account can only be handled by the bank's branch manager. So, where's she at? Artemis said, agitated. Her father would have just had someone do it for her. She missed that. Tasha looked around and saw Apollo still at Janelle's desk. She wanted to give her friend more time in case she and Apollo were hitting it off. Fuck. If this rich bitch ruins it for my girl, preferred customer or not, this bitch is gonna have to wait, Tasha said to herself. Ma'am, he's out to lunch right now. If you wouldn't mind stepping to the waiting area for just a few moments. Lunch? It's only 10 in the morning, said Artemis in disbelief. Can anyone else do it? It will be just a few minutes, Miss King, said Tasha, handing Artemis her card and her ID. Artemis all but snatched it from her. Some preferred customer. She made her way to the reception area and took a seat. She began playing her favorite game, Candy Crush Saga, on her smartphone. After a few losing rounds, she grew more impatient and decided to leave. She was used to getting what she wanted when she wanted it. I'm sorry for the wait, Miss King. How can I help you today? Asked Apollo as Artemis was getting up. Aries, why are you dressed in that cheap suit and wearing those stupid looking glasses? Asked Artemis. What? Are your cars not working either? Apollo looked at her confused. I got the suit from dealers and the glasses are prescription. Aries, stop playing, Artemis laughed. Who shops at dealers? I'm sorry, ma'am. My name isn't Aries. It is Apollo. Apollo Robinson, the bank manager, Apollo said, extending his hand. Artemis looked over Apollo. The accent was different, and that is the only indication that the man might not be Aries. The sight of him alone was not enough to tell the difference. He had Aries' sight, his build, his same flawless smile, his same creamy caramel intone. He even had Aries' signature clear hazel eyes. He was a perfect and exact replica of her brother. She couldn't believe her eyes. She shook his hand to ensure she was awake. Now, if you will please follow me to my office, I can get your new card activated, Apollo said, feeling uneasy about how Artemis was staring at him. Oh, okay, said Artemis, looking for anything that stood out to prove herself that the man standing in front of her was not Aries. She couldn't find anything. Apollo, the bank manager, was identical to Aries in every way. If it were not for his northern accent, she would swear it was Aries in the flesh. She followed him to his office, still not fully trusting her eyes. Where did you come from? Newark, New Jersey. Let me guess, my accent gave it away? Kinda. Everyone automatically recognizes I'm from out of town by my accent, Apollo joked. You look exactly like someone I know. Do you have family here? Not that I know of. I'm actually adopted. But as far as I know, I don't have any family or connection to New Orleans, outside the fact that they offered me this job soon after me graduating out of the blue. Apollo pulled up Artemis's account information. Artemis was truly astounded. So, you've never heard of the King family, King Enterprises, or even Zeus King? Not until you stepped into my bank, Apollo smiled. Can I take a picture of you? No one is going to believe this. Oh no, Miss King, I really don't think. Apollo began, but was interrupted by his computer beeping. He saw Artemis's account status and knew that she was an especially important account holder for his bank. She pulled out her smartphone. You know what, Miss King? A photo would be fine. He smiled, and Artemis snapped away. Rodessa sat between Aries' legs as they soaked in the jacuzzi-style bathtub at his loft. He held her as the warm water and bubbles set and soothed their moods. You know you my baby, right? Said Aries. I know you are such a beautiful liar, Rodessa said, blowing some suds at him. Seriously, you ever think we're gonna get married? He asked, throwing hints at her. Aries had never been more on his game, and even though he fucked around on her, he wanted Rodessa, who played wifey, to become wifey. I think about getting married all the time, just not to you, she said. Playfully, Aries began tickling her until their quality time was interrupted by his phone ringing. Tell all your other bitches I just need a couple of hours of your time. That's all I ask. They can have you back after I get me. Stop playing, Ro, he said, looking at the call ID. 212? What the hell is that area code? New York City? You got holes up there too? Not yet, he said sarcastically as he answered the phone. Aries King. Mr. King, this is Don Carmine Camorra. How are you? Spoke the Don, his voice laden with a thick Italian accent. Don Carmine Camorra was the leader of the Italian mafia in America. He was the made man in the mob. He was the new leader of the infamous Camorra crime family. The full-blooded Sicilian was well respected and highly regarded. I'm good, Don Carmine. To what do I owe the pleasure of your call? Asked Aries after a brief pause. First, I would like to offer my sympathies for what has befallen your father. Thank you, Don, Aries said, respecting the original gangster. I also wanted to confirm myself that it is you who are in control of the King family. Yes, Don, I am. Excellent. I too understand that the Rashmanovs are not necessarily in your favor at the moment. That remains to be seen, Don Gambino. Huh. Aries, never reveal your intentions, a definite law of power. I respect that. I will be in New Orleans next Monday. I would like to meet you if at all possible. Of course, Don Carmine. I will reveal that I am very interested in weighing my family's options, and the Gambino family is heavy on my mind. I like the sound of that, the Don said as he and Aries agreed to meet at the King Tower the following week. They disconnected the call. Who was that? Rodessa inquired. A possible connect, he explained. He gave her an abridged version of what was going on. He trusted her, and she had proven to be loyal in the past. Babe, things are really getting complex for you. You're right. Things are about to get really real. Aries thought a moment and then said, I want you to go out of town for a while. What? No. Aries, I'm not going anywhere. Yeah, bro, some shit might pop off. You're just using it as an excuse so you can run your hoes in and out of here. Bro, stop being so insecure. I just got shit brewing right now, and it's going to be intense. I'll be dealing with the Russians, Italians, and my sister. I'm not afraid of Athena, Rose sighed. She wouldn't hurt me. I know, but someone might try to hurt you to get to me. I'm the nigga in charge now. I ruffled a few feathers already, and now I'm about to pluck some. Then isn't the safest place for me to be with you? Not really, Ro. Here you are accessible. Besides, do you want to visit your friend Charmaine in Houston? Yeah, but I don't believe in running. I know what your family is involved in, and I knew the consequences of getting involved with you from day one. I know you're a brave, babe, but I need you to do this for me. Let me send you away until things cool down, please. Aries, I don't want to, she began. Babe, you trust your man, right? Yeah, but she tried to put something together. Then do this for me. Make your reservations, first class flight, 5-star hotel, and I'll stack you with spending money, he said, kissing her lips. You can't buy me off, Aries. I'm going because you obviously need me to go. That's why I love you, he stated, kissing her. And that's why I'm a fool for you, she said, kissing him back. Adonis, I know you know where she is, Athena stated over the phone. Athena was at the castle in her father's master suite. Athena was going through her father's things looking for information on her mother's whereabouts. She hadn't seen or spoken to her mother in well over 15 years. Her mother, Ariana King, had left when she was a little girl. Jealous over her father's alleged infidelities, Athena remembered hearing her mother and father argue one night. Aries had just been born, and she was a young girl of 8. Adonis was a toddler, so even though the argument woke him up as well, he didn't understand what was going on. She remembered in a blind rage her own mother accusing her father of several atrocities and threatening to leave. Her father asked what about her children, and she remembered her mother saying very clearly, fuck my children, and walking out of the manor. Athena never let anyone know she had heard her mother that night, and the fact that it broke a piece of her heart. It cemented the fact that she was her father's daughter from that point on in life. I have not one clue, sis, said Adonis. I never looked for that lady, and after all these years, where are you? I don't know. Something inside me says she knows something, said Athena. After hours of looking through papers, files, and books, she didn't find anything remotely interesting until she came across Aries' birth certificate. There was nothing unusual about it, except the fact that it had certified 4 weeks after Aries' birthday. Athena thought back to that time. She didn't remember much besides the fact that her mother was not the same lively and restful person she was before Aries was born. As Athena grew up, she accepted the fact that Zeus explained that the mother didn't want anything to do with their family anymore, and she divorced him. But she did remember that the intense depression was all sparked from the day they brought Aries home. Athena, take the money and go and be happy in life. Like, wow, your father left you in a great position for success. It's bigger than that, Adonis, she said. At that moment, Athena's phone beat, bringing her out of her thoughts. It was a picture message from Artemis. Athena rolled her eyes as she opened the message of her iPhone. She saw a picture of who she thought was Aries, dressed in business attire. Artemis had titled the picture, Aries is double. Athena didn't understand at all, so she disconnected with Adonis and called Artemis, who told her the story of Apollo Robinson at the bank. Artemis explained that the picture was not of Ares, but in fact of someone who looked exactly like him, named Apollo. Athena disconnected the call and thought if Artemis's crazy story was true, then that meant so much. The guy on the picture looked exactly like Ares with the name Apollo. The name itself meant a lot. Athena and her siblings were all named in an extremely specific and unique way. Athena knew the story well. Before she was born, right after her parents had gotten married, Zeus had taken his bride to Greece for their honeymoon. There, Ariana fell in awe of Greek architecture, art, history, and culture. She learned about Greek mythology and compared her husband to Zeus, the mythical king of gods. In Greek mythology, Zeus had several children. Among them was Athena, the goddess of wisdom, Adonis, a handsome demigod of beauty, Ares, the god of war, and Artemis, the goddess of the hunt. When Ariana became pregnant and had a daughter, she named her Athena. Then her next son was named Adonis. Ares got his name from the god of war, not the zodiac sign. Zeus, being big on legacy, chose to name Artemis for his daughter with Paris so that all his children could be named in the same fashion. When Athena took a literature course in college and the old Greek and Roman myths were discussed, Athena already knew all about it. Athena remembered the myth of another one of the god Zeus's children, the sun god, Apollo, the patron of music and art. Athena did not believe flukes or luck. Nothing in her mind was that coincidental. She took to account the specific way that she and her siblings were named, all after the Greek myths, all beginning with the letter A. And he might begin to put to, in her mind, began to put two and two together. This is impossible, she said to herself. Here Artemis found another supposedly unrelated man who looked like a carbon copy of Ares that was a name in the same fashion that they were. And something just didn't feel right. The chances were as improbable as they were impossible, and she knew at that moment something deeper was underneath. She had to see this Apollo Robinson for herself. Athena closed the picture of Apollo that she had been staring at and dialed Buster's number. Yeah, boss, what's up? Buster answered on the first ring. Buster, I need you. Anything, cuz? What's going on? I need you and the goons in a van to meet me at the bank on the corner of Canal and Carlton Avenue in an hour. No problem, Athena. I'm on it right now. Oh, and Buster? Yeah, boss? Bring my favorite Glock 45. I might need to make a withdrawal, Athena said sinfully. And scene. That was chapter 8 of The Kingdom. Do not go anywhere. We're going to take a brief intermission. Don't go nowhere. I'll be right back. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're back here down at the corner with your Almond Delights. And this week, we will begin our read of The Kingdom by yours truly, Mr. McShakie. You guys go over to Amazon.com and download your books today or purchase the paperback, whichever one you decide. But go over also to his YouTube channel, McShakie Live, and subscribe. You guys check the description box below for all of the links that you will need to download your book as well as to subscribe to his channel. Also go over to Instagram.com and follow him there. Y'all, we about to start reading. Let's see what it's gonna be about. Get your mugs and sip slow. We over here reading, y'all. And we're back. So that was chapter 7 of The Kingdom, honey. And oh my. See, we were worried about Caleb from last week, right? Now it's an Apollo. So Caleb and Apollo, what's going on here? So we're going to begin on chapter 8 and hopefully we'll get some answers because they carrying on. They carrying on already. So we're gonna see what Athena child and how all her and her goonness, see what she got going on. So you guys sit back, relax, take a little sip of your drink, eat all your snacks, and we're gonna begin chapter 8 of the kingdom. Chapter 8. What are you gonna do about the Shaw Group proposal? Don asked Aries. They were in the executive office, and it was Aries' first official day as CEO. The what? Aries asked, confused. The proposal I gave you this morning at the briefing. Did you even read it? She needed his decision so they could do their job. Yes, I did, Aries lied. What do you think I should do? It doesn't matter what I think, it matters what you think. I'm not the boss, Aries. You are. You're right. I am the boss. And I think you should get the fuck out of my office right now. Don looked at him as if he were crazy. You can't be serious. Did I fucking stutter? Aries growled. Now prance your little ass out the door. Dawn got out of her seat, rolling her eyes. She wondered to herself what exactly Zeus was thinking putting Ares in charge. As soon as Dawn left Ares, logged into the computer system, running King Enterprises was a headache, and he wanted to get away from it. But as soon as the computer screen came on, he was bombarded with financial programs, budget charts, and other economic applications. He didn't know he had one of the most expensive and powerful financial monitoring systems on the market at his fingertips. He didn't care either. He closed everything and pulled up the ESPN website. Damn Pelicans, lost to the garbage ass Wizards. Mr. King, Adonis King is on the phone for you, sir. Mercedes buzzed through the intercom. Buzz him through, said Aries. A few moments later, Adonis came into the phone's intercom. Aries had a decent relationship with his older brother and never judged him based on his sexuality. There was some good natured ribbon between the two, and outside of mentioning Adonis's around Zeus, which he had learned was a big no no, Aries generally loved and respected his brother. Lil' bro, I hear you're transitioning well from the bricks to the boardroom, just like your father, said Adonis with a slight bit of attitude. Nigga, he your daddy too. And for the record, no lie, I'm no Zeus, bro. This shit is a challenge, admitted Aries. Well, I mean, at any time you can give Athena her job back and let her do all that business stuff. At any time, Athena can kiss my ass. She had this coming long ago. Besides, I know I can't trust her, and I kind of want to show Dad when he wakes up that he made the right decision to keep everything afloat. Aries, you have drive. I know you can handle it, said Adonis, not wanting to even get caught in the middle of the classic Athena versus Ares rivalry as he had so many times in their childhood. Thanks for the vote of confidence, big bro, Ares sighed. So, you called to check on me? That, among other things, I called to find out where to send this check, stated Adonis. Yeah, since your father decided to leave me money that I don't want, I decided to give it all away. I'm writing $1 million check to the King Foundation for the annual white party. Thanks, bro. But the annual white party isn't until next Saturday, said Aries, referencing the King's Foundation annual fundraising gala that raised money to send disadvantaged youth to college. You should come in town and bring it yourself. Child, not a chance in hell. Zeus probably wake up out the coma as soon as he found out I'm in his city. Plus, I have a date that night. Hell, bring that nigga too, laughed Aries. Thanks, but no thanks, Aries. Do you want me to send it to your loft or to the office? Fuck. I don't know. I'll put Dawn back on the phone and she gonna make sure it get to the right place. But bro, your presence will be missed at the party. Just like a nigga miss you down here. That's fine. I'm just glad I got a chance to touch bases with you. But you know how life is, said Adonis. He and Aries talked for the next few minutes and then he was transferred back to Don. Aries went back to the computer and was browsing the sports scores when he was interrupted by the intercom's buzz. Mr. King, your cousin Terrence is here, came Don's voice. Let him in. ordered Aries. Teddy entered the office a few moments later. Sup, cuz? So that's the famous Dawn. Now that's a bad bitch. Her ass was like butter, Teddy said, giving Aries a pound. Teddy had never seen Dawn before because he had never been to King Enterprises offices. Zeus never allowed his two businesses to mingle. Aries could care less. I know, but she is off limits. What's up with Marlon Gaines? He's very interested. He actually said he would handle the business on GP. Nah, I don't want to owe no nigga any favors. I'm paying the price I set. That's how I'm coming. Well, you can tell him that tomorrow. He wants to meet with you. Good. I'll then see what he working with on that Madden. I'm gonna punish his ass. Nigga, you can't even take me. I'll get the Cowboys and bust that ass up, said Teddy, a Dak Prescott fan. Put 1,000 on it, Aries said, as he and Teddy each put up $1,000 and turned the 60-inch flat screen television he had installed in the office just for this purpose. Apollo could not believe his good fortune. In New Jersey, he was just an average guy. In New Orleans, women were noticing him. He was already glad that he came to New Orleans. Apollo Paul Robinson grew up the only child of Reverend Gregory Robinson and Sister Etta Robinson. Being the son of a preacher, he was raised in a strict, God fearing household. The Robinsons were very loving and supportive of their only son, but Apollo always felt the inner desire to get loose. At the age of 17, Apollo was told that he was adopted. He almost knew it, he almost already knew because he did not favor either of his parents and he had unique hazel eyes. But they told him how he came into their lives and he was amazed at the story. Sister Robinson was an ovarian cancer survivor and could not have children. She, however, longed to be a mother. So, she and her husband planned to adopt a child. They were in the middle of a waiting list when Apollo literally appeared on their doorstep. The baby showed up wrapped in the bassinet on their stoop. In the bassinet on their stoop, there was a handwritten note that simply read, Apollo, June 4th. Inside the bassinet, the Robinsons found Inside the bassinet the Robinsons found was stuffed with cash. $100,000 was the final count. Reverend Robinson knew something was strange because if someone had 100 grand, they should be able to afford a baby. Sister Robinson immediately fell in love with baby Apollo, but Reverend Robinson did the right thing and informed authorities. The Child Welfare Department came and took Apollo and the money. Sister Robinson was heartbroken, but being a good Christian woman, she understood. A few days later, Reverend Robinson returned home with the baby Apollo. Reverend Robinson lobbied a few local politicians and called in a few favors and was granted temporary custody of Apollo. After years and a few failed attempts by the state of New Jersey to locate Apollo's birth parents, the Reverend and Mrs. Robinson were granted full custody and the baby legally became their son, Apollo Robinson. They christened him with the middle name Paul after the apostle. They never saw a penny of the money, but they didn't care. They had their son. Immediately, Apollo displayed signs of being a very bright child. He quickly figured out how to walk and talk. He was a very reserved and docile child. Ella spoiled Apollo relentlessly, and he became attached to her. The Robinsons gave him an abundance of love and support, helping Apollo bloom into a bright young man. Apollo grew up without ever knowing anything about New Orleans outside of what he knew from common knowledge and education. Apollo graduated high school and was accepted into New York University's Stern School of Business, earning a bachelor's degree and then a master's degree in business administration. He became a board certified accountant and got a prestigious job for a big firm on Wall Street. Apollo was raking in good money, dating on and off, but was always viewed as a nice guy. He was so used to finishing last. He always seemed to possess an inner desire to turn up, but being a good Christian preacher's son, he never would. He was in a rut in life, but that all changed the day an offer came through for him that he could not pass up. A bank in New Orleans wanted to hire him to manage a branch of their small bank. It was unsolicited, and he had not applied for it, certainly. The bank's president called him personally to offer, stating that one of the professors in college recommended him. He tried to reach out to the professor to thank him, but the professor had retired and no longer associated with the university. The salary was double what he was making in New Jersey, with the New York commute, and the cost of living was dramatically less, and so it was almost a no-brainer for Apollo, who needed a change of pace anyway. He was already glad he decided to take the job. "Are you ready for our date, mister?" asked Janelle, knocking on Apollo's already open office door. Apollo looked up at her. "Yeah, let me close down this terminal, and I'll be on my way, Janelle." "All right. You know, I was thinking that since you aren't familiar with New Orleans yet, you wouldn't mind if I drove." "I'm fine with that." Apollo shut down his system. Since he was a manager, that was his responsibility to lock up the bank and set the alarm. He got up and did that. New Orleans was world famous for Bourbon Street, 16 blocks of pedestrian traffic, nightclubs, bars, restaurants, sex shops, voodoo parlors, strippers, and street vendors selling t-shirts, beer, and beads. Bourbon Street was always full of revelry and activity. Located directly in the middle of the world-renowned and historic French Quarter, it was here that Artemis went to party. Chris Owens was a club that sat on Bourbon Street, probably the only one that stripped to exclusively play hip hop and New Orleans bounce music. Artemis was a well known patron. She was known to buy out the bar when she came through. Artemis was a New Orleans socialite, a local celebrity in an already character filled city. She loved her position and the attention she got from playing it. Artemis was in the middle of the dance floor, sipping a 190 octane daiquiri as she vibed to a New Orleans bounce remix of Mary J. Blige's latest hit, "Walk With It, Dip With It." The MC instructed on the mic as the whole club followed directions. It was it was wall to wall packed, and Artemis was the center of attention. Since Zeus was in a coma, she felt like she could really let her hair down. "Bitch, I'm a star. Got these niggas wishing." Came back the stallion voice through the club's powerful speakers as the DJ switched the song to her hit, "Cash Shit." Artemis began dancing seductively. "This my song," she said to herself. At that moment, a man came up behind her and started dancing with her. He was a young hot boy with dreadlocks. Artemis began bringing back on him and pushing all her assets into his groin. She felt a slight, a, she felt a slight jump through his sagging pants. She turned around and faced him as he continued to dance seductively on him. "Pull that nigga dreads," the MC announced, which was a popular New Orleans bounce music saying. Artemis began playfully running her fingers through the neat long hair. The young gangster palmed Artemis's ass cheeks as they continued to dance. "Man, you so soft, boo. You got me hard," the man said in her ear. "I would have never guessed you knew how to cook crack." "I don't," Artemis responded. "Fuck, you sure rock this 9 piece up," he said, licking her ear. Artemis giggled. "You working with all that, Poppy?" "You tell me. Grab that thing." Artemis reached into the young thug's boxers and grabbed his piece right there in the middle of the club. She squeezed the man's pipe and felt the length. It was rock hard, and she smiled and licked her lips. She was a huge fan of big dicks on thug niggas. "Meet me in the men's bathroom right now," he said and walked off. Artemis wasted no time making her way to the bathroom area. She went to the men's restroom, and when she walked in, the young gangster was in a stall with his piece in his hand, priming up. "What if somebody walks in?" said Artemis, entering the stable. "Our other homie is watching the bus," said a voice behind her. She turned around to see another young hot boy. He had his hands in his pants and massaging his tool. The average woman would have been scared or at least angry, but not Artemis. She was excited. Artemis knew exactly what time it was and had absolutely no problem with it. She immediately bent down and started sucking the life out of the first man, while the second hot boy entered her from the back. Man, you know who this is, Stepper? The first man asked the second. Artemis lurked on his pole. Nah, Jay, who is it? You heard me? Stepper said inside Artemis's tight and wet love box. He answered that without breaking stride. This is Artemis King, the chick from YouTube, Jay said as he continued to enjoy Artemis's deep throat ability. Artemis was flattered that she was recognized. Oh shit, I'm fucking some rich and famous pussy, Stepper announced. And the pussy good as fuck too. Jay laughed. Nobody gonna believe this shit. He took out his camera phone and began recording the whole fiasco. Artemis didn't care. She was getting two for one dick, and that's all that concerned the freak in her. The bank's parking lot was empty besides Apollo's Toyota Camry and Janelle's Ford Fusion. Janelle hit the keychain pad and unlocked her car's doors. Apollo opened the driver's side door for her and let her in. He went around to the passenger side and got in. Thank you, she said. And here I thought all real gentlemen were dead. She started the car but didn't put it in drive yet. Being a gentleman isn't dead yet, but I like to think that it dies with me, he said. Janelle smiled. You have a beautiful smile, and you are a beautiful woman, Janelle. I want to thank you for asking me. Apollo's sentence was cut short by the driver's side window being smashed open by the butt of a gun. Ah! Screamed Janelle. Apollo immediately tried to open his side door, but there was a gun pointed to his face, and he froze. Bitch, shut the fuck up, said the commanding feminine voice as a gun was pressed to Janelle's temple. Janelle stopped screaming and whimpered softly. A black unmarked van pulled up. Now slowly get out of the car. Buster, get him out the car and into the van. Come on, bruh. Slow and easy, and you won't get hurt, said Buster. Apollo and Janelle were forced at gunpoint into the van by the two assailants. Two of the goons that were already in the van got out and went to Janelle's car. Apollo and Janelle were forced to the floorboard as Buster and the woman that held up Janelle entered the closed door. Please, we'll give you whatever you want. Just don't hurt us. I have some cash cards. Whatever, please just don't hurt us, Janelle cried. Athena laughed a maniacal laugh. You think I want your money? No, sweetheart. I want him. Athena pointed to Apollo. Apollo thought he understood. The bank and the vault are time locked, and I cannot override the system. It won't open again until morning. Say, bruh, speak when spoken to, Buster commanded. My God, I didn't believe it, but he looks exactly like Ares, said Athena. I thought that too, boss, agreed Buster. I wasn't sure at first, but the eyes confirmed it, Athena stated as she stared at Apollo. Apollo, for the first time, stopped and looked at the guns and looked at Athena. They made eye contact, and at that very instant, Apollo felt a connection. It was weird and impossible, but the eyes staring back at him matched his own. Athena was mesmerized. I've known Ares all his life, and I cannot tell a single difference. Janelle noticed that Athena was preoccupied and used the moment as a chance to escape. She bolted towards the van's door, and she made it, but didn't get out. Buster grabbed her by her hair and then her neck and pushed her back in the van. Hey! Apollo said, but was quickly silenced by a wave of Athena's gun. So you tried to run away, huh? Buster asked rhetorically. Please let me go. Please. I'm all my mother's got. She's old and I'm the only one who takes care of her. I'm all she's got in the world, Janelle said as she cried hysterically. No, you're all your mother had, Athena said as she swiftly and heartlessly pointed her gun at Janelle's face and squeezed the trigger. Blood and pieces of flesh and bone splattered all over the back of the van. Do you want to be next, Apollo? Athena aimed the gun in his direction. Apollo instantly stopped screaming, something he had been doing since Athena shot Janelle. Then he thought about something that did not make sense. How did you know my name? Apollo said, full of fear. Because, Apollo, I strongly believe I am your sister Athena, she said in her clean and powerful voice. If you are my sister, then why did you kill my date? Asked Apollo through tears. Athena smiled an evil grin. Give me your keys. Apollo dug in his pocket and got his keys out. Here, he said, handing them to her. Athena gave the keys to Buster. Get the goons to move both their cars and let's get out of here. Bring them to the body shop in Gentilly and Elysian Fields Avenue. Buster climbed out of the back of the van to carry out Athena's orders. Athena turned to Apollo. So, Mr. Apollo Robinson, tell me all about yourself. And scene. I'm sorry, but that's it. Okay, that's it for chapter 8 of The Kingdom. So, so y'all that were listening last week, and I'm gonna drop the link. But for those of you that were listening last week, right? So we remember Caleb, right? If y'all were here last week, y'all remember Caleb. We thought Caleb was the son of who was it? Okay, because Zeus' brother slept with his girl and got a baby, and he was supposed to kill the baby, but didn't kill the baby, but sent the baby off. So Apollo is the baby that was supposed to be killed by the brother, but he wasn't. So we thought it was Caleb last week, but no, 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 no. We see that Apollo has come into the picture now. So all of these different A's we see now that they are there for a reason. They're named that way for a reason with all of these A's. So listen, it's getting good. I don't know about y'all. I don't know about y'all, but it's getting good to me. It ain't being weird to me. I am enjoying this read of the kingdom. I'm telling you. So look. So that's why. Okay, so y'all see the picture, right? So this is one of these is Aries and one of them is Apollo. Because remember they said they look just alike, and these guys are I guess supposed to look just alike. So you think that Aries? No, that can't be. I ain't even gonna try to figure it out. I'm not even gonna confuse myself. I'm not even gonna confuse myself. But this was another good read of the kingdom, honey. Oh my gosh. It is a very good read. And don't read ahead. You either Dim's Design or Angela and the rest of y'all that got the book. I think Polo bought the book too. But this is a very good read. And as I do my church announcements, if no one is going to come up, you guys, please drop your chocolate and your son. They are, girl, that's what I see. I ain't want to say that, Dimps. I ain't want to say that because I ain't want to confuse myself. But I really do think they are twins. But remember, she said she saw on his birth certificate that it was, what she said, 4 days before when she knew that it was his real Aries' real birthday. You confusion, Angela. Why you confusion? So the date, so the birthday is the only thing that's different on Aries' birth certificate from what Athena knew his birthday to be. So we'll see. Hopefully next week it'll come all into play. And I'm just wondering why she had to shoot Janelle. Cause Janelle ain't do nothing. Oh, it was a 4 week stamp. 4 weeks. Okay, I said 4 days. So 4 weeks. It was a 4 week stamp. So I am completely outdone, honey. Hold on real quick, cause um Yeah, child, my phone don't went dead. I need to plug my phone up real quick. Sorry, y'all. But yeah, I'm just trying to figure out why the 4 week stamp for Aries, and so they might be twins. I was thinking about that. I was thinking about that. Them about them being twins. Thank you for the chocolate and the sun emojis. Okay, so y'all drop y'all chocolate and sun emojis in the chat. If nobody's gonna come up, I'm gonna do our church announcements as I usually do. If you have gotten this far in the broadcast and you have not subscribed, I'm gonna need y'all to subscribe. Okay. I know y'all feeling these readings. If y'all coming here for the replay, aren't you feeling the reading? I know you're gonna leave a comment up under this video, right? I know y'all gonna leave a comment up under this video, right? To let her know she wasn't playing. She should have shot that girl. All she had to do was tell her to hush. Darn. They had to do all that to get the man attention. All they had to do was just walk up on the man. You know where he work at? We over here reading, y'all. Okay. But yeah, so make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, like, comment, share, subscribe wherever you can. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you can get all of my notifications when I upload or when I go live. Listen, make sure y'all join us on Saturdays for Twitch. Y'all know we come back here every Saturday, unless otherwise spoken of. We come back here every Saturday for our Twitch watch night movie parties, our munchies and movies, honey. We'll be back here on um, Saturday, and we may watch Gully or we may not. Sephora did so Sephora suggested that movie, but I'm thinking because I already have a copyright strike on my Twitch channel. So you get 3 and they're going to take me out. So Karen was the movie that made me get a strike. So I'm thinking that if there are paid movies, then we're not allowed to watch them, right? So this last movie has not been struck. It was a free movie and it has not been struck. So all of the other movies that we had watched thus far on our Twitch during our watch nights have not been struck on Twitch with a copyright strike. Only Karen, and Karen was the only movie that we had to pay for. So I don't think we're gonna do Gully. I don't want to get another copyright strike. Although, it is a platform where we're having fun and I don't want to have to try to make a whole nother I don't want to have to do another channel over there all over again with a whole nother name. Because I don't know if they block your IP address or whatever, but I don't want to have to go through that. So Shantae, I will be sending well, I'm gonna hit her up first before I send her back the money. I'm gonna send it back to her though, because the money was for the watch party to be sponsored for any movies that may cost us to watch. So yeah, we have to watch free movies because it's crazy. All of those movies that we watched before Karen would be the one that get me struck, right? She got to be a it would be the one that got us struck. But yes, Black Box was good. Shadia was there. She just was not in the chat. So thank you for watching, honey. It will be free 99. Okay. So yeah, I will let Shantae know, and I also let Sephora know. I'm gonna let her see if she can pick another movie before then because she was next in line with her pick, and then after that was Dimps, and then I think Polo was after that. So if you guys have any movies that you want us to watch, and that it's on Amazon Prime, make sure that it is free 99 because I don't want to get my Twitch struck again. Although I think I can do a watch party on Amazon Prime for us to watch that, but I don't want you guys that do not have Prime to have to pay for it. So I may do a test run on a movie that's on Amazon Prime to see if I sent out the link, will the people that don't have Amazon Prime have to pay for it in order to be on the watch party? But who doesn't have Amazon Prime? If you don't have Amazon Prime, if you ain't got to put it in the chat, if you want to just DM me or something, let me know so I can make sure that you are one of the ones that are over there, so I can see whether if you have to be signed up or subscribed to Amazon Prime in order for you to watch it. But I think every last one of y'all may have Amazon Prime. If you don't, let me know, please. If you're watching the replay, if you're watching now, if you're, I don't know. But anyways, we're going to keep going with the announcements. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram, instagram.com/AlmondBrown09. Everything is AlmondBrown09. Go over to my podcast if you guys would like to listen to this read as a podcast run as well. Anchor.fm/AlmondBrown09. I do have other shows over there that you guys can listen to as well, not just the readings. There's other things over there. If you would like to subscribe, it's free to listen. But if you would like to subscribe and contribute a monthly love offering over there, it's 99 cents, $4.99, or $9.99, I think. You guys can do that. It's appreciated but not required. Also, if you would like to join the membership here with the Almond Delights, feel free to hit the link. Shadia is dropping all of the information in the chat. If you guys would like to join the membership, you can do so. It's a $4.99 contribution monthly. And yeah, it's appreciated as well, but not required. If you're an author and you would like your book read over here down at the corner, honey, the Almond Delights Reading Corner, please feel free to hit me up in my email, almondbrown09@gmail.com. And we can go from there with our correspondence. If you would like to send me a book or you would like to send me a gift, money order, whatever you want to send through the mail, you can do so. Almond Brown 09, P.O. Box 1058, Starke, STARKE, Florida 32091. It is appreciated but not required. Shout out to that Almond Delight that blessed my son for his birthday. You know who you are. I appreciate your love and kindness towards my son. I appreciate you. My son's birthday is tomorrow. He is going to be 9 years old. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for him. But yes, we celebrated partially yesterday at Wild Adventures in Georgia. So that's where we were yesterday. Um, yeah, and I think that's all I have. TC, make sure you check your email because I did email you with your information. So, oh my God, I had something else to tell y'all. Oh, it just slipped my mind. I had something else to tell y'all. Oh my goodness, what was I gonna tell y'all? I don't know. But yeah, y'all come back on Saturday for our watch parties. Come back next Monday for our read, for our the next reading of The Kingdom by MC Shakie. If y'all see Shakie out there in the streets, tell him that we appreciate him for allowing us to read his book. DM him on Instagram if you would like to. He does respond back. He might not get right back, but he will respond back to you as well. Um, Oh yeah, that's what I was going to tell you guys. So I have signed up for ACX to become an actor, a narrator on over there. So I uploaded my first sample. I've auditioned for one to read someone's book, but now I will be reading Miss Marla's His Dream, Her Nightmare by Marla Morris, and she is on it is on Amazon. Oh, and it's more than just sitting here talking. So yeah, I had to order a whole little boom handle with the little mesh thing that's in front of it. Like I have to set up a whole studio so there's not a whole lot of noise while I'm recording. Yeah. So I'm studying for that. I feel like I'm back in school. Like I really do, because I'm studying to make sure that me being a narrator is not just for one person or two people, that I can expand it and be, part of the ACX family for other authors. So I did audition for another author and read their script as well. So we'll see how that goes. And once the everything is done and edited, so I have to actually figure out how to do all of that editing stuff, editing audio, downloading this and uploading that and changing this from an MP4 to an MP3. And I have to get my breathing right while I read, because you can't have all of that stuff in that child. They don't want you to wear no jewelry, no watches, honey. They don't want you really sitting close to your laptop while you're recording. Baby, they want you to have an external hard drive to be able to save your stuff on. I'm like, ooh, I thought I was just reading and recording. Y'all want me to do all this? But whatever I do, whatever I stick my toe in, baby, my baby toe, whatever I stick my toe in, honey, I make sure I do it to the best of my ability. So I ain't gonna be no half stepping. Ain't no half stepping. So when I come through, I'm coming through, honey, because this is legit. This ain't nothing fake, baby. They sending tax papers and everything, okay? They sending tax papers and everything. So yeah, this is it's a whole nother business and going on with this whole thing. Yes, honey, it is. Listen, I didn't realize it was going to be expensive, but I'm starting here in Pequeño. Before I go grande, I'm doing Pequeño. Okay. I'm trying. Thank you so much, Miss Lavon. Thank you, Shadi. Yes, girl. We professional readers, y'all. You know, I act up and carry on over here while I'm sitting over here and laughing through everything when I see something crazy in the book. But over there, I have to be more poised. Okay. I have to have a certain posture while I'm reading. I have to make sure I have a bottle of water. Don't eat certain foods because it'll make your mouth juicy. Don't eat other certain foods because it'll make your mouth sticky. Make sure that you eat so your stomach does not rumble while you're reading because the microphone picks up all of that stuff. Child, the little gurgling sound that your mouth might make while you're reading and everything, you got to edit all of that stuff out. I don't know what I'm going to do. I need to find somebody with a studio around here so I can go in their little booth. I need a sound engineer. If y'all know anybody in the state of Florida, child, somewhere over the rainbow, I'ma need ya. This is all a learning curve, and I know Miss Marla is gonna work with me. She's gonna work with me, on this whole thing because this is new for she and I. So I know she don't think that I'm a whole professional, like I done read 50 million books professionally. No, I haven't. Mm-mm. But like I said, whatever I do, I'm gonna do it big, but I'm also gonna do it to the best of my ability. And if I cannot do it, then I will let the person know because this is not just me reading. No, I'm not reading for free. No, no, no. No. I ain't reading for free over there. Over there. Whatever she get paid, I get paid the same thing. That's how it is. With that, whatever, because you can choose how you want to get paid or whatnot. So you can choose to get paid whatever the author gets paid, whatever she makes off of the book sales. That's also what I'll make. Or I can choose to say, hey, I want to be paid $250 an hour, $100 an hour for however long it took for me to master the hours it took for of reading for me to to read the book or whatever. So some books you may see on Audible where it's like it's 5 hours long. Like the book is 5 hours long if you listen to it all the way through. So you can get paid $150 an hour, $250 an hour. It just depends on how long you've been reading, how long the book is. That'll determine it as well to how much you may get paid. You can say this is what I want. They don't necessarily have to pay that fee, but you can also go into negotiations with that person. Some people that may be like really really new and don't want to pay you up front because you can have an upfront payment like bam, this is what I want to get paid, you're going to pay me this and that's all, that's it, that's all. There's no royalties after that. Once you get paid one time from that author, then that's it. You don't have any say so in anything. But when you have royalties, as long as that person's is active on ACX or on Audible, then you get to read. So y'all gonna make sure, yes, y'all gonna make sure that once the book goes live on Audible, that you guys go and purchase it through the link that I provide. Okay, don't go just on there looking for stuff, and it's a reason. You use the link I provide because I get paid and she get paid off of the link from you guys purchasing the book on Audible off of the link that is going to be provided to you guys. So Once all of that comes out, then I will let you guys know when it does go live. But I got to do it right. Hopefully, I don't spend too much money. But like I said, I can't have step. Also, they will deny your upload if you were to if I was to upload something and it's not of the quality that they want. Well, I got something on my lip, child. If it's not the quality that they want, honey, they will be like, go back, redo this, do that, do this, do that, or whatnot. So, I'm good. Okay, good. All them restrictions. Listen, Angela, girl, no beans, honey, no beans. I don't even know if I'm be able to eat while I'm recording. I don't even know. But I'm gonna figure it out. I will figure it out. I will figure it out. But I thank you guys for going with me on this journey and believing in me in all that I do. Whatever I say I want to do, y'all be right there rooting me on and cheering me on. So I do appreciate you guys just for your love and your just the confidence that you guys have in me when I say this is what I'm gonna do. Y'all be like, yeah, you can do that. So now when I tell y'all, yeah, you can come back and leave a comment under this video. Don't just tell me in the chat that you're gonna do that. Okay? And those of you that may be watching the replay, leave a comment under the video. And those of you that may be listening on the podcast, go on over to youtube.com/almondbrown09 to leave a comment under the video. This is the fourth read of The Kingdom by McShakie. Okay. Lord, she said, "Poor baby gonna be over there hungry." Ooh, hungry my pain. I am dead. I am weak, child. Won't be hungry, but you won't be hearing no rumbling in the jungle because they hear everything. I don't know if y'all can hear the fan on my laptop. Even that's a problem. They don't even want to hear that. So I don't know how I'm going to set that up because once a laptop starts to get a little warm, the fan is used to cool it off. So they tell you if the fan kick on, pause it. They tell you to get up and walk away. They don't want to hear, if you at home, baby, they don't want to hear your AC kicking on and off. They don't want to hear no fans swirling in the background. They don't want to hear no dogs barking. They don't want to hear no car door closing. I'm like, well, what time of the day am I going to be able to read? Because that is the all day thing. I might have to go to the shop because y'all know my neighbors, they don't never shut up. Baby, I might have to go and set up my bathroom as the studio. Not even my bathroom, because my bathroom is in the back near the AC things out back. So I can't even sit in my bathroom. I have to go into my children's bathroom where they not here and set up everything in there to just, I don't know. You feel bad with somebody with a regular laptop? No, you don't have to feel bad. All you have to do the setup, because I told you I'm studying this thing, right? So I'm watching all of the videos that they teach you. It's university, ACX University, child. So you can have it set up to where, because my script is going to have to be in front of me, the manuscript where I'm reading from. So the laptop can actually be off to the side while I'm recording, and the microphone will be hanging here in front of me. I just purchased a little microphone. It's going to have, well, I already have my Blue Yeti. So I have the Blue Yeti. But I have to get the cover for it. And look, y'all see how walk that is? Ooh, I hope that I dropped my microphone. Oof, Jesus Christ. And the thing, but it don't, y'all can still hear me. So I'm getting I have the little cover that goes over that as well as the little circle thing. I'm gonna feel like I'm a whole rapper, child. I come in the club shaking my dread, throwing these bones and busting these heads. Anyways, but I feel like a whole thug over here. Okay, anyway, I need to get my grill at the bottom, child. I'm finna be over here in the studio, y'all. But yeah, then I have the little hanging arm thing so the microphone will be right in front of me because the posture that they want you to have, as well as the microphone has to be level to your face. You cannot look down. The script has to be level. The microphone has to be here. They don't want you to put your head down to read. They don't want you to turn your head from side to side because the sound will bounce off or whatever. I was like, oh, y'all asking for too much. Y'all asking for too much. How much stuff you order from Amazon? Girl, well, I only ordered the little microphone thing right now for now, but I have to finish looking to see because it's a I don't know. I think it's called an equalizer. Is that the equalizer? Y'all know the little board how they be having in the studio that you can turn the microphone to gain. But see, my microphone has gain and everything on the back of it. But they were saying you would need like a little separate thing. I don't know, child, because I don't think I'm going through all of that. I'm trying to find videos where I could do it just with my laptop because I don't want to have to get all those little separate components that they're telling me that you may need or whatever so the people can accept your upload. I ain't doing all that. So on this first go round, I'm gonna use that um to see and then I'll probably get the program. It's called uh is it Audible Audition? Something like that. So it's a audio editing system or whatnot. So I don't have to use like voice recorder on my phone. I mean on my laptop. So I'll be able to, if I mess up, I can pause it right then, breathe, do what I got to do, and then I can start it back a little bit, let it play some, and then start to read at the point where I finish. So it's not a break in it's not a like a obvious break in the read. Everything can just go smooth or whatnot. So I'm learning. Lord, she always hungry, so she should be good. You know we have to make sure she eat. Listen, I ain't know what I wanted to eat tonight. Y'all, let me tell y'all what I ate. I ate. I had a baked potato that I had done being cooked, and then I thawed it out or whatever. Cut it open, child. I deep fried that. So I had deep fried baked potato with the cheese and the butter, and I had made me some shrimp, lemon pepper wings, corn on the cob, and some steamed rice with butter. Baby, I ain't know what I want, so I got everything. I got everything. So yeah, I'm not gonna eat nothing else. I'm good. Well, I think I do want some cucumbers, so I'm gonna go in there and cut up me some cucumbers or whatnot. But I gotta go to work tomorrow, so hopefully I ain't gonna be up too late. It's only 10:24, so I'll yeah, I'm gonna finish studying, listening to these videos at ACX University. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna need a degree. Honey, I'm at a university. Okay, I'm gonna need a whole degree. Thank you. Okay, excuse me. Thank you. Shout out to Uncle Tim. Excuse me. Thank you. Anyways, I'm gonna let y'all go because I'm gonna start rambling, y'all, because I feel my eyes getting a little deep, getting a little low, honey. But I'm gonna try to watch some more of these videos before I go to sleep. But I thank you guys for joining me. Thank you. Shout out to my moderators, Dimps Designs, Shadia. Shout out to the members, Shadia, Angela. I know I seen shout out to all of the Almond Delights. I know I saw Fran J. Ain't she a member? I want to highlight your girl. There you go. Thank you, Fran J. Shout out to Fifi for coming in and Polo and TC and No Nonsense. Thank you, girl, for joining us over here at the corner. And anybody else that I may have missed, you guys. And like I always ask you guys to continue to pray. Yes, make sure you guys leave a comment down below when this video is over with. But our prayer list for this week, you guys, please pray for, still continue to pray for B Scale's daughters and her family or whatnot. And you guys, we're putting Phenomenal on the prayer list. You guys, please pray for Phenomenal. I appreciate you guys for that. Shout out to the members, like I said. Good night, everyone. Couldn't chat tonight. She's at work, and then she probably driving home right now. And also pray for Shadia as well. We're adding Shadia to the prayer list, as well as child. Pray for your girl. Okay, pray for me. Okay, ain't that wrong? Just pray. You ain't nothing got to be wrong for you to pray. But I'm gonna let you guys go. Like I always tell you guys, smile at somebody. It'll change their day, honey. It may even change your day. Even with a mask on, they can still see. Okay. I love you guys with the love of God, and there is what? Nothing you can do about it. I'll talk to y'all later, child, because we was over here reading y'all. Bye. Thank you all for joining another episode of Almond Delights Reading Corner. I pray that you enjoyed yourself and you're relaxed in your mind, in your body, and in your spirit. Come back and join us again next week as we continue our reading. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Be blessed and enjoy your evening.